Hey there, Baron. So great connecting with you earlier today and having that little chat over the phone. Thanks so much for giving me a call. Again, just sending over this quick video like we had discussed. Hopefully it just gives you some help, shedding some light, providing some value about where your company currently is sitting. Again, just love to help educate small business owners and try to do what I can to provide value and support other entrepreneurs. Again, I know that you mentioned kind of there in that central area between those two larger cities that you're really looking to just kind of help dominate some of that competition in the area and really just up your game here. So again, in this video, we're going to show you those 3 things that you guys can do today to help bring in more customers to your business, and then just specifically how you're stacking up against competition. And just your online presence. And I know from our conversation, you really resonated with just the fact that you've got so many other things on your plate that really just learning how to leverage the internet to benefit your company just gets buried underneath all of your other to-dos. Totally get that. That is why I'm here to help if that's something that you're looking for right now. So again, we're going to go ahead and just jump straight into this video and look at the 3 things that are going to set a Red Bull roofing above your competition. And the first one's going to be content, then citations, and then backlinks. So first up is content. And I've got your website pulled up in here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and just get rid of my face down here in the corner so that I'm not in the way there. But just looking over this here, so since Google isn't a human, obviously it doesn't just know what you do, so it has to be told through your content. And so earlier today we were talking really briefly, it doesn't look like there's enough content here on your homepage, and we'll kind of get into that as well, but basically anything here that you can see, we can highlight all of this. This is really all the content here that's showing up on your homepage. And this can be the text, it can be pictures, what pictures are saved as, all of that can be considered content. Now, just to give you a quick example of that, if we wanted to look at this image, for instance, if we do a right click, save as, we can see your image here is saved as young construction worker and some numbers here. If we also look at the alt text that this has been named as, if we look over here, I can see that it's named as roofing construction worker. So these are the type of things that the bots are able to see on the back end of what that picture is aimed at. So again, different than what you've got it saved as and the alt text behind it. Alternatively, we could actually use like location specific keywords there in the Casa Grande area, or any other specific location that you're looking to target. Again, all of that is considered content and can be used by the bots to really get an idea of what is this company, what areas are they trying to target, what services are they offering, and all of that can be help position you there in the search rankings. Now, the goal is having unique and authoritative content, and you want to have enough of it in order to be able to add in enough keywords and key phrases that people are actually searching for in Google to find the services that you offer. So again, if we highlight all of the information here on your homepage, and I plug it over here into a tool, I can see your homepage is sitting around 487 words on your homepage. Now, typically, in order to rank number 1 on Google, we usually see the average content count of homepages around 1,500 to 2,400 words. Again, while making sure that content has the right keywords and phrases that customers are actually searching for. So again, went ahead and copied that in there, low on the end of what we want to see. But again, we've also got your competition pulled in here. These guys are in the Casa Grande area as well. When I went ahead and pulled all of their content here, let's see if I can get it highlighted here. They're actually not sitting too far ahead of you, but they do have more content than you've got showed up on your page. These guys are sitting closer to 600 words on their homepage here. Now, again, very beatable with this. Now, let's actually go ahead and jump over, separate from these roofing specialist competition. Let's jump over, actually, let's start with them. Here in my tool, Ahrefs, again, you've heard me allude to this, but super cool tool. It just helps me see kind of behind those scene details that Google looks at when it does come to ranking a site. So I'm able to see what's working well for you and for them and just some other research as well. So initially we're able to see the overview of how they're doing. We can see their keywords and kind of the traffic. We can see their keywords here and kind of the traffic being pulled to their website every month. We're going to take a look specifically at the keywords since we're talking about content here. You can see we're wanting to pay attention specifically to the United States keywords here. You can see that they are being found for roofing companies Casa Grande, 20 search volume every single month. They're being found in the top positions, the top 3 for that. And then roofers Casa Grande, that doesn't have any search volume specifically for that. You can see that mainly this one is really what they're being found for in the Casa Grande area. Now let's jump over into your website really quick. We can see the same overview. I've got your URL here. Same overview. I can see how many keywords are being found on your website and what type of traffic that's kind of driving per month. Again, let's dive in specifically to your keywords here. Give it just a minute to load. There we go. So it looks like you got that same keyword, the roofing company's Casa Grande, the 20 search volume. It looks like, according to this tool, is showing up in about the 3rd position. When I did search on Google, it looks like you're pulling a little bit further down currently. Sometimes this tool can be a little bit lagged from what Google is actually showing, but you are being found for that key term, which is great. Just hoping to get you into a higher positioning there for you. And then again, found for that key term that just doesn't have any search volume for it. And then there's no other key terms that you're being found for specific to the Casa Grande area. Now, if I go ahead, let me hurry and jump over just as a quick tool as well. When I'm looking at different like roofing keywords here in the Casa Grande area, I do see there's actually quite a few keywords searched every single month for like commercial stuff. So commercial built up roofing, commercial foam roofing, commercial single ply roofing. So we actually have quite a bit commercial searching going on there in the Casa Grande area specifically. This is the key term that looks like you are being found for here in that little bit of a lower positioning there. There's also these other couple of terms that have about 10 search volume every month as well that just doesn't look like it's pulling up on your page. So just missing out on this volume. And I know that, I mean, initially it doesn't look like super high volume, but obviously if you add all that up, you've got over 100 people right here searching just in your area for different roofing services. And again, just specifically for just the general roofing terms, if you dive a little bit deeper and get a little more granular, sometimes you can even find additional keywords being found, but kind of cool to see even over 100 people every single month searching for different roofing services. Like what would that do for your company to be able to have, you know, a large percentage of that, or if not dominating that entire portfolio of people coming into you and just that volume of traffic coming to your website. It would be pretty cool to be able to capture all of that. And I know right now I'm focusing a lot of this video on the Casa Grande area just because of that being your main area, but I did want to just point out a couple of quick other searches. I was looking in the Santan Valley area, I know close to you. They have similar metrics going on here as well for just different key terms. You can see here again, over 100 people searching for the different key terms here in just that area, again, for the broad services that way, and not including all these other service or other volumes that can equate to something over time as well. And so I don't think that you are showing up. I mean, according to this tool, nothing is being found for the Santan Valley there for you. Similar for, I've got Queen Creek here, because, you know, these are the higher populations, and so the higher areas that you would actually see some volume coming in. Same thing here. Well over 100, getting close, pushing 200. Whoops, sorry, that went a little fast. Pushing 200 people searching the Queen Creek. Whew, that's a tongue twister for me. Queen Creek. Say that 10 times fast. But quite a bit of volume really showing up here. And just according to this tool, doesn't look like you're really being found for those key terms. And so just being able to even monopolize, you know, I've got 3 areas so far with the Casa Grande, the, what do they call it? Santan Valley and the Queen Creek area, you know, some great places to be able to start and kind of looking at dominating in that central area of where you guys are at as well. Now, we're going to actually pivot really quick. Again, just after going through all the volumes, and we know what that could do for your company. I mean, with roofing especially, you don't need that many jobs to really make it profitable for you. And so being able to dominate and having multiples coming in from these areas would be amazing for your company. Again, let's pivot over though. We're going to stay in the Casa Grande area for just a moment. I've got this key term plugged in. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. Roofing companies, Casa Grande, of course, we see the very first thing at the very top that we know about is the ads section. I know that you mentioned that you're really not spending money on ads right now. You're really working on your organic presence, and great, and rightfully so, just because there are so many times people are using the ad blockers or just are scrolling right past the ads just because they want to really get down into the organic people. So once we do go past the ads, we're getting down into the map area that you had mentioned that you guys are currently showing in the #1 position for. So congratulations for this search that you are showing as #1. I know you've been working on having somebody internally help with some metrics and optimization for that. A great way to go to be able to continue to get yourself into this top spot. Obviously, like I've talked about before, the biggest thing that helps get you here is citations. And so just working on continually optimizing your site, there's a bunch of factors that can go into that, as well as getting citations can help get you to these top spots and keep you there. So just making sure you guys are continually adding citations every single month. And as a quick refresher, citations are just your name, address, and phone number listed on a bunch of online directories. And so the more directories that you have here with your company listed, the more that Google sees you as a local authority. And that's really what's pushing you here to the top. So again, just to keep your spot here and to stay above your competition. And if you're wanting to get into, for instance, I just typed in the roofing in Queen Creek here, and same thing, like not showing you here in this area. So if we're wanting to expand your proximity of your Google business profile, just some optimizations that we would need to do to be able to help span that, or creating different locations for different GBPs, and kind of going from there, we can really see some advantages there. Again, with optimizing that Google business profile and increasing your citations. Now we're going to go ahead and jump down here actually to the organics listing section that we had talked about. So of course we've got here, these guys all pulled open here in the top spots. Now, of course, this is the organic section. This is where you want to be. Ideally, you'd love to be in these top 3 spots here, just because, again, Google statistics have shown us that the top 3 businesses on Google get about 75% of the clicks, meaning that most of your potential customers are choosing one of these first 3 results, and so they might never be making it down here to your listing. Currently on my search, it's actually showing you down here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, we don't really count BBB, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're looking 6th spot right now down here on my current search from today. And so again, really wanting to make it here to the top 3 spots. So how are your competitors getting here? Well, one of the biggest things that's really helping them is by gaining authority. The more authority you have, the more that it's really helping with your on-page SEO and pushing you here to the top. Big part of where authority comes is from the backlinks. And the backlinks is just when one website links to another website online. Basically just thinking about it like a popularity contest back in high school. You want the coolest, most popular kid to be linking back to you. You just really want to make sure that you've got good quality sites linking back to your website, and getting them from local, credible, relevant sources. Obviously, like I said, you wouldn't want to get a backlink from some other random like ice cream shop or pizza shop linking back to you because you don't make ice cream or pizzas, but you'd want to have something more industry specific linking back to you. That would be much more effective. Now let's jump back over here into my tool again, my Ahrefs tool. We've got your site pulled in here. Let's go back here. It shows that you've got about 81 links, backlinks being pointed back to your website. It's not bad. It's a great start. It's just not dominant. Again, if we've got your competitor here, let's jump back into their overview, Roofing Specialist Inc. We can see here they've got 101 backlinks being pointed back to theirs. Now, we can go ahead and let's go ahead and dissect yours just a little bit here. If we click in on your links, we can see the links being added to your site. Right off the bat, I am seeing some of the lower quality links being pointed back to your site. In fact, out of the 81 backlinks that are here being found to your site, let's actually filter this really fast. For like the non-spammy links, it looks like you have about 43 of your 81, so about half that are showing as spammy and not great being pointed back to your site. And then again, if we wanted to look just low quality links only, again, out of the 81, it's really according to this tool saying that all 81 of yours are showing as low quality links only. Again, filtering that, it's showing that the same 81 are showing up, so it's really not being like showing that your website has great links being pointed back to your site. Now, if we jump over here into your competitors, we can do the same thing, jumping into theirs and seeing how many are being found with the spammy links, and what kind of good quality links are being found for them. Again, they've got 107. And let's take a look here. Same, they're showing a lot of their links also are not showing great into them. So it looks like you've got a really great advantage here of being able to really come in and bring some strong, relevant resources and getting those pushed back to your website. That way you are showing that you guys are the authority so that you get found, increase this quality. So that way, even with the fewer amounts that you would be adding to your site, as long as they're higher quality, then especially than your competition, if you guys are both sitting in a similar situation, not having great links being pointed back to you, once you start putting the right links towards you and improving your on-page SEO and everything else together, that's really going to help with your business. And again, all very beatable with time, and kind of cool to see. You know, you guys could start in the Casa Grande area just because that is your main location, and then slowly start expanding out into these other values that have large volume as well. Just those few alone, I mean, with the hundreds of people searching for those different roofing services, like, you know, what could that do for your company to be able to do that and to be able to optimize into those higher ranked positions? So everything I've shown you here today, very beatable, and it really does help you get to the top spots here on Google. So again, closing, the 3 things for you to do today is first, just focusing on your content, getting your content to at least the 1,500 words here on your homepage, and then using the right keywords and phrases that people are searching for in your area. That way your company gets found. Second was just making sure to increase your citation game continually month after month, along with everything else that you're doing. That way you guys help make sure that you're keeping your placement here in the top 3 spots in the Google Map pack. And again, this is based off of proximity. You can see here with my location changer, it's plugged me in right here, which shows that you are right next to it. So you guys are in a very close area with the 3 of you guys all right in here. 4 of you guys right here. But if somebody's searching over here, would they also be finding your company or the other 3? So just really changing your proximity that way and seeing if you're able to expand and optimize your GBP enough so that you're actually getting into this area and really showing a larger piece of this map. We really want to be able to expand out, and so we can look at the tools to be able to do like heat maps and see like how far out your Google business profile is showing. Based on just kind of the stuff that we've talked about, I would guess that yours is a smaller proximity here, and so we really want to get that to expand further out. Now, again, I know that you know how tough the market is and how dependent small businesses can be on third-party companies like Angie's List. I also know that how painful it is to pay for leads that are shared amongst your competitors. Everything that I've shown you here today gets clients coming straight to your door without anybody in between. And so it really gives you an actionable plan to take control over the leads and not having anybody in between. Again, hopefully you found this information valuable. Hopefully you're able to use it to help your company and to help bring in more business to you guys. And this is really the exact formula that businesses do pay tons of dollars to get and to gain. And I'm going to hurry and just go ahead and throw this back on so you can see my face real fast again, just in closing, if it works, but it might not. Give it a second. Oh, there it goes. We're going to pull that over here. Anyways, so I know this has been several minutes. It took a little bit more time to kind of show some of those other areas like you had talked about and location-wise. Hopefully it's been valuable for you. I'd love to have another call with you if you're interested. Go ahead and reach back out to me. I'll reach out in a couple of days as well. But just look forward to seeing what you found interesting about this video, see what we can do with your business, your company, and then let's set something up and let's chat. Hope you have a great day. Have a good one.